Oh, okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that we're all good to go. Okay. I'm Mike Weeks, Stewart, Oklahoma. My family and I have a farm and ranch supply business providing feed, fertilizer, chemical, seed, and everything to surrounding farmers and ranchers in the community, and service pretty well. The biggest part of our customer base has to deal with 98% cow-calf stalker type operations. We deal a lot with the beef industry, and then also we own a commercial cow-calf operation about 20 miles northeast of here at a little community called Scipio. I grew up always around cattle. My parents and grandparents both had cow-calf operations all through growing up. They just always instilled in us to enjoy what we were doing and really just take a breath and enjoy it. That was kind of what the cattle deal was to all of us. It wasn't just a job, but it was something that we could all, as a family, come together and enjoy and just take a break from real life and jobs and things like that. I first became involved in OCA at our local county level from owning the feed store. A lot of members would come in and talk about events that they would be attending and things like that, and went to the local banquet. Just heard some really good speakers and talking about the importance of OCA and our local county cattlemen's associations and being involved and the work that they were doing on the state and federal levels, and that really appealed to me, and they were just looking out for future generations to come. And if people hadn't been doing that all along like OCA has been doing, then I might not have the opportunity to ranch the way that we do today. So we all have to have a voice, and it needs to be heard. We're out trying to run our operations and do the things on a daily basis that we need done. And we don't have time to be at the Capitol or at a departmental meeting or something like that, where something that could be really affecting our operation and our livelihood. We need someone to stand up for us and make sure that our interests aren't being hurt. There's a million different reasons to belong to the Oklahoma Cattlemen's Association, whether you be the legislative, whether you be educational, or just be in the fellowship. A lot of people like to get out and visit. We don't do that enough as we much did, and I think that people get out and fellowship with one another, and OCA provides a great event for that, and coming to the trade shows, seeing all the newest technology and products that are out on the market. That's something that you don't just see every day. So I think OCA provides a platform to put producers in the driver's seat of their operation. You've got to be involved. You've got to make your voice heard. You can't ride on others' coattails. You've got to be involved, make your voice heard. If you have an opinion, voice it. It might not be of the popular opinion, but go ahead and voice it, because no one knows how anyone's thinking until you speak up for yourself. And I feel like that if you show up at the policy meetings and convention and things like that and make your voice heard, you've got to feel better about that yourself, because you didn't sit on the sidelines and look out there. You actually participated, and if you're wanting to continue on and pass this on to future generations, it's your responsibility to make that happen. We've got a lot of opportunity ahead of us. Beef demand is coming up. And not just on a domestic market. I mean, we're looking at a global economy for beef. We've got some definite opportunities in some Asian markets, and those are very exciting. And then not only that, in Oklahoma, we've really have expanded. COVID really set us back. We've got some issues in our supply chain, but I really like the fact that OCA stepped up, putting consumers in contact with direct marketing of beef to some of our members, and I think that's been a great tool for us to use. And then not only that, we've kicked off and started the Oklahoma Prairie Beef Solutions that's going to hopefully add value to the cull cow market, and OCA giving us those opportunities. I think that's just done wonders and has a lot of opportunity for the beef industry in the future. About 4 months into my presidency, our son Landon, he was diagnosed with cancer. And I see OCA as more than an organization or an association. I see that as a family, because that's really what we are. Because if it wasn't for all the calls and the text and the visits and things like that, I mean, it was a struggle on my family and I. But you know, my OCA family stood behind me and got us through it. And by a lot of prayers and everything, he's been cancer free for a year, and you know, we praise the Lord for that.